But I wanted to also talk to you about expectations because I think that matters sometimes. Do you think fans entered the winter meetings with unrealistic expectations for this Mets team in the front office, or did the front office just simply undeliver here? And look, I'm not judging the whole offseason on the winter meetings, but just based on what's happened in the past week, I think everybody will say it was underwhelming, right? But
Yeah.
did the front office undeliver here, or were Mets fans just had unrealistic expectations here?
I think there's two sides to this coin. I by no means think that the expectations from fans were unrealistic, nor do I think they should be labeled that way. But I also think that the reality of the situation is that the expectations for this offseason were sky high. You come off of missing the playoffs on the last game of the regular season. Steve Cohen, you have the richest owner in baseball. I do think that people were prepared for a major offseason, albeit one that may have shaken up the core to some degree. I said this on our podcast, and I'm going to say it here. There is a part of me that thinks that we did get a little spoiled last year, right? But I mean, how can you not? You get Juan Soto from the team across town, and you sign him to the biggest contract in the sport in some senses. That is major. And I think anything that the Mets do this offseason, of course, is not going to live up to that. But I do think that the front office under delivered largely in terms of their hesitancy. This team has a lot of holes right now. You couldn't even field a team right now if you're I mean, you could with guys on the greater 40-man roster, but there's a lot of holes, right? You're looking for a first baseman. You need another outfielder. The starting rotation, I don't even know where to begin, and I don't think the Mets do either. You still need help in terms of middle, late inning relief. So to leave the winter meetings, I think, with more questions than answers was not a great strategy in terms of satisfying the fans, especially when you consider just the devastating way that the 2025 season ended.